What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our new weekly NBA Weekend Best Bets show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Okay, well, let's get to work. The first spot on Whale Capper's card that he's attacking, 7 p.m. Eastern, Milwaukee Bucks, 23-14, 8-9 on the road at Washington Wizards, 14-21, 7-10 at home. We're at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. We have no market yet for this game. After a surprising 5-game losing streak in mid-February, the Bucks righted the ship, won 6 of 7 before the All-Star break. The one loss was an ugly one. 128-97, a beatdown at home delivered to them by the Denver Nuggets. They followed that loss up with an underwhelming 112-111 win at Memphis in the game before the All-Star break. They return an easy 134-10 win at home over the Knicks. And Antetokounmpo, 24 points, 10 boards, 10 assists in 29 minutes. It was the worst Knicks loss of the year. And Antetokounmpo was playing for the first time since MVP honors at the All-Star game. He went 8 for 12 from the floor, made all 7 free throws. He carried it over. And other players in these games that Whale Capper picked came off the dreaded All-Star game hangover. And Antetokounmpo, not one of them. Drew Holiday returned to the Milwaukee starting lineup for the first time since missing 10 games due to COVID-19. He did return to action February 28, 3 games off the bench. They're completely healthy. They're ready to roll in the second half. Wizards got out of the gates very slowly this season. A team meeting held by Westbrook and Beal, where each player defined their roles, really seemed to galvanize this group. They won 7 of 8 games for the second half of February. They lose at Boston and at home to Memphis before defeating a Clippers squad missing Paul George to carry some momentum into the All-Star break. Then they opened up their second half on Wednesday night at Memphis, losing 127-112. Bradley Beal, All-Star game hangover, 6 of 22 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. The Wizards were badly out-rebounded, 75-43. And now they play tonight at home against the Sixers. And Bradley Beal was questionable. And I should see if he is in the lineup. Let's see, that game pops off in 30 minutes, so I'll find out if he was in the lineup.
He is playing.
He is playing. Okay, so he is. Bradley Beal, left knee soreness, is questionable for the game. So here we go, Whale. First off, what do you expect the market to be? Are you hoping that the Wizards play well here against the Sixers, or do you want them to fall flat? How are you planning on attacking this Bucks-Wizards game?
So point spread aside, I feel like the Wizards are the right side from a matchup standpoint, and we'll get to that in a bit. So from what am I hoping to happen? I'm hoping the Sixers absolutely dominate, and it looks a lot like what we saw against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies now 2 times in a row against the Wizards really took advantage of their ability to attack the rim. They're exploiting the Wizards, defense in the paint, and the Wizards, they're not a great defensive team anyway, but they have been especially struggling to stop teams that attack the rim aggressively. Now, if the Sixers are able to exploit that, and if the Sixers are able to use Ben Simmons to really limit Beal's production in this game, then I think this is going to be pretty lopsided. The market opened up here, Philly -5. It's come into -3. I guess actually Simmons is out for protocol. That's why the market moved. Interesting. So, if Beal goes off here and that's the difference in this game, then that doesn't set up things well for me. But in general, I think Philadelphia is a much better team. And they came out of the All-Star break absolutely, dropped the hammer. I would expect that they repeat that performance, beat up on the Wizards, and hoping to get what would be a fair price of about -7.5 against the Bucks, somewhere in the double-digit range. People seem to have kind of caught on that the Bucks have gathered a little momentum. Drew Holiday being back has been a huge difference for them, and I'm hoping that we see this one open a little fat in favor of the Bucks. And 2 bad losses in a row by the Wizards out of the break would do exactly that. So I think the Wizards are the right side in this game, particularly because the way that the Bucks, the way that they've structured their defense, they sell out to stop teams that are attacking at the rim, which, in terms of the Wizards, that's literally like you're just defending Russell Westbrook. Then he's a smart enough player that he's going to limit his attacks at the rim and focus more on offensive rebounding, which is like the perfect recipe for to keep a team in it against the Bucks. The Bucks sell out. When they sell out to stop teams in the paint at the rim, they'd give up a lot of open threes. and the shooters for the Wizards, I think, can take advantage of that. So this is going to be a competitive game. I don't know that the Wizards get an upset, but I do think that they keep this to where it's decided relatively late. This is the first of back-to-back games between the Bucks and the Wizards. We have not seen these two teams play this season so far, so the market is a little, it's going to be a little bit of price discovery here. I guess if I had to guess, I think the Wizards do not cover tonight. I think they get a favorable amount of points at home against the Bucks on Saturday, and the market probably moves in favor of the Wizards.
Very interesting breakdown. Now, when you moved on the Mavericks at Brooklyn, we talked, and you thought that it was paramount to attack the market as soon as it's available.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the opposite? Because we know the Bucks are a public team. Do you think that you'd be better off waiting until just before tip-off?
My guess is that you'll see some overnights open tonight in the 9.5 range, and depending on how bad exactly the Wizards look, that could get out to 10. And at which point that's the buy point. I don't think you really want to wait and get stuck with a 9, an 8.5 at the close. Because I think once limits go up, 8 in the morning Pacific time-ish, that's when you'll see most of the action. So I'm looking for a morning play and getting as many points as possible on the Wizards tomorrow.
Very, very interesting first game that Whale Capper's attacking. That's Saturday, March 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern. The Washington Wizards at home dogs against the Milwaukee Bucks, who just came off a 33-point victory over the Knicks.